I made some new favorites in April. Do you ever feel like you want to make all the things? That was me in April. I cleared my calendar, made plenty of space to do some sewing, and I was very disappointed when I ended up not having as much sewing time as I expected. Hi, I'm Christine, and it turns out that when you do a total gut remodel job on a bathroom, it is not peaceful Zen sewing time. I know it was silly that I thought that I was going to have a week while Charlie was away. He was the smarter of the two of us to go visit Andrew and family. I thought I would have loads of more sewing time, but there were interruptions, as one might expect. And I did escape the noise for lots of long walks with our dog Martin. Despite being disappointed, I had a great sewing month for April. I wound up with 2 new favorites for me, a garment that I was just kind of okay with, something that Charlie really needed in his wardrobe, and a little bit of frosting for a baby girl. So I'm going to start off with what I made for myself that I'm in love with, and that is this Patina blouse by the Friday Pattern Company. It does need a couple of tweaks in the fit department. I'm still going to wear it a lot and love it, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. I decided to sew it in a solid color because I have been having a little bit of trouble mixing and matching things in my wardrobe because I am attracted to all the pattern fabric. I chose this blush colorway of a cotton poplin for my Minerva brand ambassador project, and I thought it would be perfect for the Patina blouse. And it's perfect in 2 ways. One, that it gives me something that I can really mix and match with. Also, sewing it in a cotton that is solid, I can better see where I need to adjust the pattern. A pattern drapey fabric might have hid some of these issues more, or I might have said good enough. Whereas I can clearly see that I need a full bust adjustment in this pattern. I have drag lines coming here. I definitely do not need more fabric here, but I do across my bust to get a better fit. So that is a change that I'm going to be definitely making. I am considering whether I want to adjust the sleeves. I love the long sleeve version. I just think it's so pretty. I don't have cause for long sleeves for very long here in South Carolina. So I think I will probably stick with the short sleeves, but I'm not too sure about where this sleeve is hitting me. I know I don't want it to hit me at the widest point of my bicep, but I did see, I'm pretty sure Rachel from Stitched Up turned this into a cap sleeve and it looked really cute. So I'm going to wear it for a while and decide, do I want to change it going forward? I can always hem this. That would be an easy fix, and see how I like it as I wear it. What attracted me to this pattern in the first place was this beautiful collar. It is very easy to put in. If you've sewn a facing, you can put this collar in. It goes in flat. It's very well marked, and I think it really makes the blouse special. And speaking of special, I went into my Aunt Mary Lou's button jar for buttons for this blouse. It is like a treasure trove, a jar of gold. If you have ever priced buttons made from natural shells, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I went into my vintage collection for these beautiful buttons, and I think the color coordinates very well for this top. I have been sewing in my color family of Calm Autumn, and I noticed that lately I've been gravitating more towards the rust, the clay, the orange colors, and purple. So I thought I would do a strong neutral with this blush colorway. And funnily enough, when I chose this fabric, I specifically had it in mind to match with my second make, and it's not the best co-ord with this make. And let me show you. I specifically picked this color to go along with my Saturday set skirt in pink clay. This is Brussels Washers Linen by Robert Kaufman. I do love this fabric. And I don't think it works all that great together. It's not the worst combo, but it wasn't the magic I thought it would be. I do think it goes beautifully with my Donnie shirt that I made a year ago. Let me hold these up so you can see. I think it goes so well together. It's like they were made to go together, and they kind of were because I was sticking to my Calm Autumn color palette when making it. I love this skirt. This is the second one I've made. On both versions, I shortened the skirt by 2 inches. I'm 5'4", and I wanted the length to hit me the same as it did on the pattern cover, the models. I did make the elastic about 3/4 of an inch to an inch shorter than on my last version so that it would hold up well when I put stuff in my pockets. It wouldn't slip down. And I do use these pockets. I love an ankle pocket. It doesn't add the bulk like a side seam pocket does, and this is so comfortable. I wore this a week ago Saturday to an outdoor baby shower, and it was so comfortable. It was really quite warm. It was in the 80s, and I felt perfectly comfortable wearing this. I teamed it with a ready-to-wear top and then some white sneakers. I wasn't crazy about the white sneakers, but I did have to walk into the shelter where the baby shower was a good bit. So I think it was a good choice for the day, but I'm gonna need to find another shoe to pair with it. I have a sandal with a color leather, is very similar to this, and I think that's what I'll wear more often with this. This patina did not match as great as I thought it would, but I had a little bit of a surprise. So even though this blouse does not work with that skirt as well as I thought, it works with a lot of things in my closet. I took my own advice and I tried this blouse on with just about every bottom I have in my closet, and I loved it with so many things. And the big win of the day was I paired it with that Miette skirt. It's a Tilling the Buttons wrap skirt pattern I talked about a couple of weeks ago when I did my closet clear out. I was not wearing that skirt often, even though I liked it, because I didn't have anything that worked well with it. And this, I think, works very well with it. So that was a big win. My final make for me, I am really meh about. I love the fabric, I love the color, and I should say this color loves me, but I don't like the outcome of this. I had a little trouble with the neckband, and no shade on Hey June. This is the Union Street tee. She specifically says not recommended for cotton jersey. I thought that I'd be okay with this cotton jersey because it really does have nice bounce and recovery. But I think I'm going to take her word for it and no longer try to make this out of cotton jersey. The other thing that has me feeling oh man about this is I need a full bust adjustment. I did use the pattern piece that has a full bust adjustment, but I need a little more room than what this pattern piece allowed. I'm going to be giving this a rest for a while, primarily because I don't wear a lot of t-shirts. I would much rather wear a blouse or a top unless I'm truly being casual. And in that case, I have several ready-to-wear t-shirts that I love that fit me better. So I don't need to make more until those need to be replaced. And I'll probably go for a different pattern. So this, I'm just kind of meh about. I'll wear it, but I don't love it. I had better results on Charlie's Kai t-shirt using the same fabric. Funnily enough, we both are Calm Autumn, so I can use fabric for me and for him, which works out great. Now, when I discovered we were both Calm Autumns, I was really thinking, oh, that's great. I can buy stuff for Charlie and use it for me. But so far, I have been using for Charlie things that I purchased for myself. He loves this t-shirt, and this came out better than the first version, and there's still room for improvement around the collar, the neckband. I want to thank everybody who gave me such good feedback on the collar. I made a couple of adjustments on this version over the last version, and I think I can tweak it a little more and get a very nice finish. This did come out neater than my first version, but the consensus of the group is I do need to lengthen this band just a little bit. I did totally disregard the notches on the pattern. It didn't work for the amount of stretch that this fabric has, and I got a much neater result just quartering the band and quartering the opening and going from there. I also think that if I cover stitch this with 2 or 3 needles, it's gonna lay nice and flat, a little better than this. Charlie's super happy about this. And something that really warmed my heart is when he went to visit Andrew. He wore the Baby Yoda button-up shirt on the plane, and he packed both of his Kai tees and a pair of Hudson pants for this trip. I felt so good that on his own, he chose to wear garments that I made for him. So thank you everybody for your advice. If you've never commented before, join us in the comments section so we can all get to know you. And I appreciate it if you consider liking and subscribing. So on to baby girl's little bit of frosting. Charlie wanted something to bring with her, and I thought I would run up a quick tutu. I don't know what I was thinking. I did not buy nearly as much tulle to make a proper tutu. I made it work. She's not quite 3. She was happy with it. I made it up in about 10 minutes. I did the gathering on my serger, and I fitted it into some blanket binding. That was some purple, and I did a decorative stitch to kind of bring it all together, tied it in a bow, and called it done. Baby girl is very thankful for it. She's not quite 3, so it doesn't matter that it was not quite as full. She doesn't know what a proper tutu looks like anyway. We're already firmly into May, and I know I'm gonna miss out a week of sewing when we go visit John, Allie, and the kids. So I wanna make something for me that is quick, easy, and that I'm not gonna have to muslin. I'm not sure what it is gonna be, but I wanna make something new for me. I have 2 tailor rompers cut out, and I'm gonna sew those up today. I've made so many of them. They're quick, they're easy, and they're adorable with those chubby little legs. I'm also gonna be working on 2 Minerva brand ambassador projects. I have 3 pieces of fabric. I talked about this last week. I'm going to be making Charlie the Old Coast Raglan tee by the Friday Pattern Company. I really want to test out this block on Charlie to see how well it fits him. Charlie and Andrew wear the same size, so if it fits Charlie, it will also fit Andrew. So I've got 2 cotton jerseys that I'm going to be using. I do have a ribbing that is similar in shade to this. It's a little darker, and I think I'm going to use that for the neckband, and it should be really cute. I want to sew this up before we go visit John because his house can be cool. After all, in college, his apartment was referred to by his college friends as the igloo. And I think Charlie will find this comfortable for just wearing around the house or for sleeping in. So that is one of my plans. And then for Andrew, he has asked for a pair of Hudson pants, and I'm going to be using some of this light loop back French terry from Minerva. This is in the grass colorway. It's a true green is what I would call it. And it's a nice weight. It's a cotton jersey, cotton lycra, and I think it'll make a great pair of Hudsons for him. I was gifted with 2.5 meters, and I think I will be able to make a pair of Hudsons for Andrew, a pair for baby girl, so there could be a little daddy-daughter matching. And if I'm careful, I can get her a little sweatshirt, or I can get enough that I can color block a sweatshirt for her, and I can use every bit of this fabric. I'm trying not to leave too much fabric on the table, so I'm trying to order just what I need or a little bit more. And in the case of the Hudson pants, I've made so many of them. I do know what size of mini Hudsons I can get if I'm making a pair for Charlie or for a pair from Andrew with some of the long length that isn't used in their pair. So that is up in May for the guys. After I make those, I'm going to take a little break from sewing for Charlie and Andrew and do some more sewing for myself. I have a project that I want to sew for me that is not clothing, and that is I want to make myself a custom, a little bit longer clothespin bag or a peg bag. I have antique dressers in my bedroom. I love the look of them, but they're not the greatest for storage. I've been experimenting with storing my underwear and my socks in a zip bag that I clip to a hanger and hang in the closet. And that's been really convenient. So all my clothes are right there in the closet. I can quickly shower, get dressed. And I think I'm gonna like it enough that I wanna make a more permanent solution. Because sometimes when I go to reach for the socks and dig my hand in, it comes unclipped and everything spills on the bottom of the closet. And that's no bueno. So I'm going to just design my own peg bag. I noticed that Agatha from In the Agatha's Cottage made one recently, which kind of got my thinking. And she used a McCall's pattern. I think this will be easy enough for me to draft, and I'm going to be customizing it anyway. I think I'm gonna box out the bottom of the bag and add some length to give me a little more room because I'm using it for socks and underwear and not for clothespins. Those baby clothes are not going to sew themselves. If you want to see my March makes, you can see them here.